Say a couple words about my experience at Berry College. I love college. It was so much fun. It was really the best 10 years of my life. And, I attended 1990 to 1994. And before I go into greater detail about my experience at Berry and also recognizing the coaching legacy of Becky Burleigh, I'd like to share a recent epiphany that I had. I find that life is all about your perspective based on your reality and your experiences. Last weekend, I attended a Marine Corps reunion. It was a unit I deployed with to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom 13 years ago. And as we were reminiscing about our OEF experiences, and also about the Americans with the unexpected exit out of Afghanistan in August 2021, the country again had turned back to the control of the Taliban. And as a result, women were not allowed to play any sports. It was absolutely forbidden. In fact, they had the captain of the volleyball team who was brutally murdered. And I will skip the gory details, but you can look it up and see how barbaric it was to her demise. The Afghan women's soccer team exiled to Australia, where they continue to play soccer and were able to participate in the Women's World Cup this past August. It's hard to believe there is a country in this world where women are forbidden to play sports. I could not imagine living in a country where I could not play soccer. I could not imagine my life without soccer. Soccer was my first love. And I owe a great debt of gratitude to the sport because it certainly has shaped me in becoming the woman I am today. And with that, I say, God bless America. In fall of 1989, I started my senior year in high school. And that September, I received a letter from Becky Burleigh. And she said that she saw some potential in me as a soccer player with the possibility of attending Berry College to play soccer. I was thrilled. I knew all about Berry College, and honestly, I felt Berry was out of my league, academically and also athletically. I narrowed down my choices to play soccer to Berry College and Lees McRae College in North Carolina. And for $250 more in soccer scholarship and a starting position, I could have played soccer at Lees McRae College, affectionately known as Lead 'em Astray. I'm so grateful that God had better plans for me, and I was able to go to Berry College. And I was fortunate because I was part of the generation where Becky Burleigh was my coach all 4 years. Under the coaching of Becky, I received a foundation that successfully launched me into adulthood. Our soccer philosophy was a no-thrills mission. We were here to play soccer and win games. And it was an absolute standard with no room for fluff, nonsense, or drama. And with that, if you wanted to play on the team, you had to make sure your grades were up. So we learned to make academics a priority and manage our time. I learned to be on time. There was one time I was late for soccer practice. I paid dearly in fitness. I wasn't late again. And with that, we all were dedicated and committed on the soccer team to give our very best to playing soccer. We had soccer mantras such as no regrets and 2%. And that meant everybody on the field give 2 more percent, and that performance was compounded. So it was a personal sacrifice for the greater good of the team. Needless to say, this mindset and experience had prepared me well for a 30-year career in the Marine Corps. Becky and I had similar experiences with our dads. Both of our fathers had questioned our vocation for our career. And Becky's dad kept on saying, Becky, when are you going to get a real job? Soccer is not going to pay the bills. And what the irony is that Becky, after 32 years of coaching soccer, retired at the young age of 53, which is absolutely unheard of, and she got the last laugh to the bank. As for me, my father was in the Marine Corps, served 20 years, retired as a major. I went home my freshman year during Christmas break, and I just point blank told my dad, I'm joining the Marine Corps. Well, he laughed and walked away. And I remember that vividly because when I was promoted to colonel, I shared that story, and I said, today I'm getting promoted to colonel, and I outranked my father by 2 ranks. And so it was bittersweet nonetheless. But with that, I had a lot of naysayers who told me, do not join the Marine Corps. In fact, right here at Barry, it was the Barry baseball coach, my political science professor, and extremely adamant, saying, what are you doing? Do not join the Marine Corps. And of course I was young, I was 19, and I did not have the wherewithal that I had, but what I should have said is, you don't understand. I played soccer for Becky Burleigh. And Becky Burleigh was my coach, and I was more than prepared for the rigors and the challenges of the Marine Corps. In fact, when I entered into the Marine Corps, it was not the first time I received a butt chewing. In fact, we received many well-deserved butt chewings. Back then, again, I like to use another superlative word to describe that, but we'll keep this family friendly, maybe tonight. But they were under the guise of fire in the belly speeches. So we had a lot of fire in the belly speeches, butt chewings, but it got us refocused and back on track. And that's exactly what we needed. So needless to say, I had the experiences and the mindset, and also all that I needed, especially the absolute standards from being a soccer player that transfers seamlessly into the Marine Corps. I can state unequivocally that the forming and refining years at Barry College truly launched the right trajectory for my life in every way. My life would not have been the same without the rich experience here in playing soccer, receiving a quality education, and deepening my Christian faith. Becky Burleigh, we are better people because of you. That's true, yeah. What you taught us was priceless, and we are forever grateful. We extend our deepest gratitude to you for 32 years of coaching college soccer. And we're so glad you didn't listen to your dad and got a real job. And we wish you all the best in your well-deserved retirement. God bless you, God bless your family, and Semper Fidelis.